The crime in this country is still never ending. She's a national treasure and an icon. This very morning, of course, 87-year-old acclaimed Ndebele artist Esther Mahlangu is currently recovering after being attacked in her home. She was robbed, tied up and assaulted over the past weekend, and now a manhunt is underway for her attacker. But for more on this, we're joined by Mpumalanga police spokesperson Brigadier Selvy Mohlala. Brigadier, thank you for your time and good morning to you. This is not the kind of news that the country wants to hear. Dr. Esther Mahlangu being an elderly senior citizen having to obviously go through this gruesome attack. What can you tell us about this particular incident?
Good morning, Tumelo, and good morning to our viewers. Indeed, this is something that we are not supposed to hear. It is something that we are not supposed to witness. Indeed, it's also unfortunate that one of our own icons that we're supposed to respect and treasure so much and is being attacked. Yes, indeed, on Saturday at around 1500 hours, Dr. Esther Mahlangu was attacked at her home. She was planning to take a nap, just relax at the house. And she was trying to close the doors and the windows in that particular process. A suspect attacked her in that particular moment, tied her hands, punched her on the face, and ransacked the house, took an undisclosed amount of cash as well as the firearm that were both in the locked in a safe, and then vanished in that particular way. And it is unfortunate because this is our own treasure, especially in the entire country and in Mpumalanga. In that regard, we have opened a case of house robbery, and we have allocated that particular docket to the seasoned detectives to ensure that they do a proper job in terms of investigating and find that particular person, so that justice should be observed.
Yeah. When we talk about, Mum Esther's injuries at this point, how is she doing? Is she okay? Is she recovering? What's the very latest that you know from her recovery?
Well, she's recovering, but you would understand that given her age and then the trauma that she went through, it was going to affect her. But in terms of the injury, she's doing very well. She's recovering, and then we wish her a very speedy recovery.
We know that obviously there seems to be a spate of attacks against senior citizens. And I remember yesterday when we were talking about this with my team, preparing for this conversation with you, Brigadier, we're just wondering, why would anyone in their right mind attack anyone, especially a senior citizen who can't fight back, strangling, tying them down? And I just wonder if the spate of attacks against senior citizens is one that is common, that you're seeing more of in your line of work.
Well, you're correct. This is the discussion that I think it should be brought, and then everyone should take part as the community is fighting this particular scourge of criminality with the police. We had an incident over the weekend whereby an elderly couple was attacked, and then in a particular farm in Delmas, and then the husband being killed in that particular way. It seems as if it's like the suspect, they take advantage of the fact that the elderly, they cannot fight for themselves, and they target them. Which one would also suspect that the people that attack these particular elders, it might be that they know them and they know their whereabouts. They know that they cannot defend themselves. So it's unfortunate that things like this do happen on the people that must be protected by us as the communities. And it says to us that we need to take a stand against this, and not only the police, but the police and the community in large.
Right. Well, of course, I thank you for speaking to us this very morning. Mpumalanga police spokesperson Brigadier Selvy Mohlala giving us this update about a manhunt which has been launched against the attacker of Dr. Esther Mahlangu, who was attacked and robbed of her belongings this past weekend. We're happy to hear that Mahlangu is recovering and doing well, but obviously with any crime incident, we can imagine the trauma currently taking place where one does not feel even safe in their own home.